I think we are live now. I'm going to wait for just a few. I can't really see with these glasses on. I have to take them off until I can start to see. If you would share this, please. I need to share it right now. I'm going to share it there. Feed, post. And then I'm going to share it again. I'm going to share it here. Share it to Telegram. Just get it shared a few times. There you go. Ooh, don't go away. Okay. Wait and see if we get a couple people on. If not, I'm just going to record this and post it anyway. I've spoke a lot about the Black Robe Regimen, and I keep speaking because I'm passionate in the idea that if we don't wake up the church, we're going to lose this battle. You know, God says the battle is ours, but we have to deal with this. It's us. It's a good day for a good day. Make sure that our text is good. I just wanted to share just a few things from my heart. You know, I've been with 1776, and lately it's been with the national group. We've been traveling all over the country, talking to people, going to churches and talking and putting on rallies and sharing what fighting for this country means, trying to wake people up to the importance of it. 1776rm.com. If you aren't there, get there. Sign up. Let us know who you are. It's absolutely free. We're not going to sell your email. That's what you need, is your email and a password. And we wish you would just kind of tell us something about yourself, where you are, and how you heard about us and stuff. So all those things are important. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and it's called the Black Robe Regimen. I'm going to read a little bit here. This is about Reverend Major General. This preacher had some letters behind him, and his name was Peter John Gabriel Muhlenberg. Let's see, I think he was October 1st, 1776 to October 1st, 1807. He's of Beckford Parish in Virginia's Shenandoah Valley. It's the iconic symbol of the Black Robe Regimen of American founding history. Ordained in both the Lutheran and Angelical traditions, Muhlenberg closed his famous speech, his last sermon, and it was out of the book of Ecclesiastes. And just before we get there, I'm going down here to, sorry, on my throat, Reverend John Winthrop. He was the governor of Massachusetts colony. He penned these prophetic words: "For we must consider that we shall be a city upon the hill." We've all heard that, right? We're supposed to be a city upon a hill, a light. "The eyes of all people are upon us. If we shall deal falsely with our God in our hearts, shall turn away so that we will not obey, but shall be seduced and worship other gods or pleasures or prophets and serve them, we shall surely perish out of the good land that God has helped us." And how we have to remember that God's not going to tolerate he's not going to tolerate us turning our back on him. We lose God, we're really losing the country. And the country's falling fast. We need to wake up. We need to keep talking. We need to get loud. We need to let people know that we're serious, that America needs us. It was God working through the church and its ministers that made American River John Winthrop a shining city upon a hill. Yet today, with our nature approaching not a fork in the road, but a lethal precept, church leaders as a whole have yet to match the fever of their founding era predecessors who, through courageous proclamations, ardor, and blood, showed us how to secure this land. We cannot let them down. Silence in the face of evil is evil itself. God will not hold us guiltless. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. That's Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who was also fighting in a note from his fighting for his independence in his country. We're wondering if pastors and church leaders in America can rise to the challenge. Take up the mantle bequeathed to us by men like Muhlenberg and Bonhoeffer before it's too late. Do they believe this is serious? Do you believe? Do I believe? We have to believe this is serious. This is serious. On January 21st, 1776, Reverend Peter Muhlenberg stood confidently in the pulpit of the Emmanuel Church in Woodstock, Virginia. He had crafted this morning's sermon carefully around the text found in the 3rd chapter of Ecclesiastes, which begins with a well-known phrase, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under this heaven." He preached through the passage with great care, verse by verse. After finishing his thoughts on verse 7, he paused and then thoughtfully continued with verse 8, a time of war and a time of peace. With those words, he removed his black robe. And there, standing before his congregation in full military uniform, "There's a time to pray and a time to fight. This is the time to fight," he declared, and walked at the doors. With him went 162 men had joined him within a half hour. By the end of the day, 300 had joined him. Together they formed the nucleus of the 8th Virginia Regiment. Muhlenberg and his men served under General George Washington throughout the war. So as we go and we're talking to our churches, we're asking them. I honestly do not, I don't know if they understand our history, if they understand our Constitution. Everything is in there. I wonder if they understand that the Constitution actually, let's see if I can find where it says, okay. It is strange today's generation to think that the rights listed in the Declaration of Independence were nothing more than a listing of sermon topics that had been preached from the pulpit in 2 decades leading up to the American Revolution. But such was the case. But it was just not the British who saw the American pulpit as largely responsible for the American independence and government. Our own leaders agreed. For example, John Adams rejoiced that the pulpits have thundered and specifically identified several ministers as being among characters the most conspicuous and the most ardent and the most influential in the awakening and revival of American principles, feelings that led to our independence. As a body of men, the clergy were preeminent in their attachment to liberty. The pulpits of the land rang with the notes of freedom. That was from the American Quarterly Register magazine, 1833. if Christian ministers had not preached and prayed, there might have been no revolution as of yet, or had it broken out, it might have crushed. The ministers of the revolution were like the Puritan predecessors, bold and fearless in the cause of their country. No class of men contributed more to carry forward the revolution and to achieve our independence than did the ministers. The Constitutional Convention and the written Constitution were children of the pulpit. Isn't that pretty amazing? Isn't that, I got really awakened to the Constitution. I believe in our country. I love our country. I've always stood for the flag, kneel for the cross. I believe in the American spirit. But I didn't realize how closely connected our God is. If it wasn't for him, where would we be? Still sailing the seas looking for a land to be able to worship our God the way we want? So I'm not going to stay on this very long. I just hope that maybe y'all will share. Maybe you'll share this. Maybe you'll tell somebody, come join 1776. We need you. We would love to have you with boots on the ground. But if you can't come with us, if you can't leave where you're at and come with us, get on 1776rm.com, sign up, make your voice heard. There's so much you can do. You can learn how you can help to promote all this in your country. Look for leaders. Start getting into your government. Know who's running for offices from everywhere. The top offices all the way down to the dog catcher. Know who they are. Know what they stand for. Call people. Say, no, we cannot vote for this person. This is what he believes. Yes, this is who we need to fight for. This is us. This is America. This is you. This is me. We are the people, and we have power. But we can't have it and use it if we don't get up, stand up, and fight. It's time to fight. It's time to fight with the pen. It's time to fight physically. It's time to fight. Get out there and march the streets. God, number one. Country, family. We're not going to have a strong family if we don't have a strong nation. And God blessed us. We are blessed. So pray, seek, talk to people. Let us know. We'll help you any way we can. Sign up. If you send us your email, so we can help you get through it. Anyone, you can get on. I'll help you. I'm not the best. Sometimes we might have to go through it 2 times. But I'll try. And I love my country. And I love the people of America. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I love you all. Thank you for this few minutes. God is so good. Bye.